Have you ever hit the wall? I mean, just reached a place in your life where you just felt stuck, where nothing seems to be working, everything just seems to grind, and there's no real progress taking place. Well, Christine and I have been through a season just like that. Hey, welcome to Life Between Sundays. My name is Mark. So I thought I'd just take a few moments just to share with you some of the things that have been going on with Christine and myself. A little while ago, we sat down and we kind of looked at each other, and we kind of felt like we've hit the wall. We've moved to Jeffreys Bay, and we've really felt like it's been a great move. We love Jeffreys Bay. We have some close friends in the area, and we had some magnificent weekends of riding our bike. We've been to Sutherland, we've been to Clarence, we rode on a bike around this area, which is such a great motorbike area. I've got to surf, and I love surfing. And this morning I surfed, and right now my neck is stiff, and I think my hair is sticking up. And it's been a wonderful experience for us. But underlying all of this, I've always had a sense of purpose, a sense of something that I've needed to do that I kind of get traction, that has some kind of growth to it. When I went into this kind of state of retirement, and that's been a real struggle for me, the word. Retirement, in my mind, I think of my father, who just went to the south coast of Natal, and he loved it. I mean, that was what he was designed for, but I'm different to my dad, my late father. So, I started this little non-profit company called The Generative Way, and the whole idea of The Generative Way is for me to kind of help people live a generative life, to help people figure out stuff, whether they're going into retirement. I go to work with one or two organizations and businesses and restructuring. I did a little bit of one-on-one mentoring. I've got a couple of courses I take people through based on Stephen Covey, kind of a whole kind of gambit of content that I've got to share. I've had the opportunity to write a book and to then write a second book. And all of this stuff has kind of driven me. But over the years, over the 3 years I've been retired, it's like the work that I thought I would do, which would be to help other people in coaching and in making decisions for life, in restructuring their businesses or their lives or whatever. Each year it's become more and more difficult. So the other day, Christine and I were sitting and we want to build this house, and we've just had so many setbacks on the house, although this week it looks like we're starting to build. But nevertheless, it's just taken us 8 months to get to that in terms of the house. When I started kind of working on this YouTube channel, and I wanted to share the adventure of this move. And I mean, it kind of started off with 33,000 views on my one video. And then I thought, what I'm going to do? I'm going to repurpose some of the material that I've been preaching about for 40 years. And man, there's just no traction to this thing. And it's just been so discouraging. It feels like the work side of our retirement, not the retirement side, but the work side, feels like it's just stuck. I don't really know what to do. My whole life, I've always had some word, some goal in mind. And I still do have those goals. And I still have some things, but it seems like nothing's moving, nothing's going. I don't know if you've ever felt like that, if you've ever felt stuck. But when I've reached places like this before in my life, I've always kind of felt the thing to do is to do an inventory of what you do have. Because so often in life we start off with what we don't have. And I could make a list of the things that haven't happened and it should have happened and I hope that happened. And I mean, honestly, there's no use to that. So I began to make this list about what I do have and to try and say, okay, this is what we have. And right now, I feel like in terms of fulfilling a purpose and trying to impart some of the stuff that Christine and I have lived through. I mean, we've been married for 46 years. You'd swear that we know some stuff. We've started 2 churches and we've led this organization, and it's the 30-year church. I mean, it's a large organization today. And I mean, these are the things that I have in my hand. I'm fairly healthy, we have some stuff that is built into us that we know. And so I've kind of done this inventory of what I have. And And when it comes to, well, how do I get this out? Because it seems that so often in life that when you reach this stage of life that we're in, it's as if you get discounted. You just like, so what? You know, you're an old bully now. and you know stuff, you know. So a friend of mine once put these 8 things on a table, and he said each one of these 8 things represents a decade of your life. And at that stage he said these 5 have gone. And I'm thinking to myself, well, those 5 have gone. I tell you what, right now 6 of them have gone. I'm coming to the end of the 6th, maybe 2 decades left, you know. And he said to me, hey Mark, you've only got so many Sundays in your life. And his framework then was like, weekends is where I live. Well, we've only got, I mean, in a few days' time, I turned 68. And I don't feel like I'm done, you know. I'm not done yet, even though I get stuck. So anyway, I'm going to use this channel to try and be part of your community, that we can establish a community together and share stuff and share our lives. And maybe we'll learn stuff and you'll feel that you'll grow, and that our story will resonate with your story and your story with our story. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I'm still like available, you know, for mentoring or coaching or helping people to look at their companies or their businesses. I mean, I'm still, hey, you just got to ask, you know. So, yeah, why don't you go ahead and subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell, share your story in the comments below. And especially if you're kind of hitting those last 2 to 3 decades of your life, you may resonate more strongly with this. And see how we can ensure that we don't just get pushed to the side and we don't just get stuck, that we become unstuck and we find meaning and purpose for our lives. I hope this makes sense. God bless you. See you next time.